I realize it is week 14, game number 3 of the 2021 NFL season. It is between the Houston Texans going up against the Chicago Bears. We are at Soldier Field in Chicago. We're going to let this go and see you all after the game.
We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Houston Texans. So here's Kylie Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Soldier Field. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordell Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 23. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field in Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017. I talk with people around the league about Mitchell Trubisky when he's coming out of North Carolina. Those had questions about it. They often centered in on the fact that he was only a one-year starter and wondered why he couldn't beat out the guy ahead of him beforehand. I just locked in on the athletic ability, the accuracy, and then once he got the football, how the team responded to him. I think his upside is big. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak. Well, the man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards to gain there, second down. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky rolling to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for it. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on it because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
They have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. For the gun, it's Trubisky. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gain that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 1, Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. For a catch for him on this drive alone, they didn't give him a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about that culminated, doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you're running it rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Tariq Cohen touchdown. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
Might have run back-to-back Heisman trophies if the ballot had come after the national championship games that he and Clemson played against Alabama. But when you watch him on the field, you realize why coordinators and head coaches want to bend their offense to his talents, because when he's got the ball in his hands, he can be magical at times.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action, he'll throw to start the drive. They find Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Watson. A quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing with football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll throw. That is caught by Cullen. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. It found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
So that's the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own. You got to reward them, don't you? You got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it? Running the football and picking it up on third down.
I would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky will get that complete to his tight end Komet. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Trubisky now, the throw on 3rd down. The throw left side, taken in by Komet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 30 inches. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction, but was able to track the ball in another.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he finds his tight end, Graham. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Now Trubisky on first down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 10 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense. Take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2 for lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. Tailed the return. We went right back there and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do. Don't worry about your hands, though. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. after the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On first down, Watson. And this one completely well forward. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again, it's Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here at 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kyrie Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Fairbairn now, following the main field goal, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a fine first half from quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start with the option. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there on the opening play of this drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles in the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, they'll roll him out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, once more, a strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Watson on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player, you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Watson to give. This is Johnson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson on the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try and throw it.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. They'll try and run forward with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just roll out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And they'll get him out inside with 30 to 27. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. $13 yards remaining on second down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Carlos Watkins with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well. A lot for the sacks.
So this were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel. That's how to pay the proper price.
Hey, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw.
So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Johnson. That boy from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost a no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. The Chicago offense set to get started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, getting up 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brent, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way.
And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
Yeah, a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Trubisky. The Rams can right in. Whistles now on a timeout. The defensively they were in here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to an 8. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
I don't know about you, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to 0. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless for the entire second half of the first half output. That's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Like I say, have the Bears are winners over the Texans, 14-11. Got in this stream. Then be back tomorrow for another live stream. So please like and subscribe. And I see you tomorrow. Have a great day and night.